Oh, Batman v Superman, a film that's brought division between friends, families, and countries, and even after a month is still the subject to many memes. And while many critiques of the film continue to just get repeated over and over, I figured I'd add one more video to the pile that looks at a positive aspect, considering I've only made one other video on this film, which you should go check out right here. But considering it's a film that's over 2 hours and 30 minutes, I wanted to focus on just one scene that I feel has become the center of ridicule. The infamous Marthaaaa scene. Now, while I enjoyed the film and have seen it multiple times, I'm not oblivious to the issues that the film has. I myself chuckled a bit when I first saw the Marthaaaa scene. I have even enjoyed the many jokes that have come about because of it, but what if I were to tell you that I can explain this scene so well, so meticulously, in a way that so many people have missed, that by the end of this video, not only will you fully appreciate this scene, but love this movie and hate Marvel with a passion. Or maybe not. You know, just enjoy both properties because these aren't sports teams. But back to the Marthaaaa scene. It's one that many have seen as being a very anticlimactic resolution to the gladiator fight of the century and makes the characters look weak and makes you wonder why someone would refer to their mother by their first name and not just mom. Oh, hey, I was wondering if you could help Gloria. Who? Oh, that's my mom. Oh, yeah. Why would I know her by her first name? And here lies the aspect that I feel so many people have missed and have just turned into a joke. It's Superman manipulating Batman. You see, many people wondered why Batman and Superman were fighting to begin with, and right away in the film, we're presented the reason why. There's animosity between the two, and the differences in the way they go about using their powers. It's inevitable that they were eventually going to get in a duel, just like it's inevitable that they will become Justice League friends. But let's look at their fight from the beginning. When Superman lands, he says, "Bruce, please, I was wrong." Addressing that he knows Batman is Bruce Wayne, perhaps solving it back at Luthor's party when he hears Alfred through the headset. Considering he's a reporter, it's not hard to assume he connected the dots, did the research, and said to himself, our moms have the same name. When he says, "I was wrong," he's calling back to the warning he gave Batman when he was chasing Luthor's employees, realizing now that Luthor isn't innocent and Batman was onto something before he stopped him. As I said, the movie's not perfect, and you wonder how a reporter who sure has super hearing figures out the Dark Knight's secret, but the greatest detective of all time can't figure out who Superman is? Is Superman really that camera shy in this universe and never gets caught? It's one of those aspects I still can't get behind in Snyder's realistic world. But back to Marthaaaa. Superman knows Batman is Bruce and wants to talk him out of it, but keeps getting shot at by a 5-year-old Dennis the Menace and his booby traps that are set up to take him down. I feel he is trying to tell him right away and avoid the fight, until he gets punched in the face. Then he's like, bruh. Egos ensue and the fight happens until Batman, who again, just to clarify, is using his voice modulator, so I really don't think he knows who Superman is, gets the upper hand and drags Superman while he gives a speech in which he considers Superman to have parents who raised him up believing in reason. But his parents died in a gutter, teaching him that he has to make sense of the world by force, that he doesn't believe in coincidences. So now picture this. Superman, who's about to be defeated by a human he's been above for years, resolves to use the connection he made earlier, knowing that Bruce lost his mother at a young age, shares the same name as his, and is the reason why he became Batman. Notice he doesn't say, "Help my mom," or "Stop Luthor." Heck, he doesn't even say, "I'm not your enemy." No, he says, "You're letting him kill Marthaaaa," emphasizing the guilt upon this past orphan boy. That is Superman manipulating Batman. And while many have thought of this incarnation of Superman to be dumb and dull, remember that a mere minutes before this fight, he was put in the same position. When Luthor reminds him that every boy's special lady is his mother, even repeating "Martha, Martha, Martha" as the son of Krypton falls to his knees at the sight of his kidnapped mother. That same gut-punching feeling is the final blow he delivers to Batman when his powers are gone and he's about to lose. Now, Batman, who follows up with the hilarious line, "What's happening?" is taken aback, not because he realizes Superman has parents. He addressed that. It's not because he hasn't heard his enemies scream out for their loved ones before. It's because, again, he's told that he's letting Martha die. A guilt that brings him back to the most traumatic experience of his life. A scene that we've seen so many times before, but is presented again in this film for a reason, calling back to his father's last word being Martha. And as he hears Superman utter that name, he puts himself in the same position of the killer he has despised for years. Batman's an emotional fella, we all know that, and it's even being satirized in the new Lego Batman movie. So for that name, that form of manipulation to affect him, it makes complete sense. It makes him rethink of the descent Alfred has been warning him about. It's why he promises Superman he'll save Martha, and why when he introduces himself to her, does the opposite of what we've seen him do before with everyone else.
What are you? I'm Batman.
Instead, he says to Martha, I'm a friend of your son. So why did Superman say that name? It was beyond saving Martha or even himself. Surprisingly, it saves Batman as well. Thank you guys for watching this video, and a big thanks as always to my Patreon supporters who help me on a monthly basis. Batman v Superman is one of those movies that some people love, some people hate, but there's no reason to get a divorce for, as I've seen a lot of friendships be broken over this movie. But I'm curious to know your thoughts, how you interpreted the Martha scene. What other scenes in the movie do you think are being overlooked? If you truly think the movie stinks, we can talk about that below in the comment section, as well as anything else dealing with movies. Thank you guys again for tuning in, and until next time, keep watching movies, and I'll see you guys later.